The 12 Labors of Hercules.
This is where Hercules is mad because Hera cast a spell on him. That made him kill his family. So this is why he had to do the 12 labors.
For the first labor, Hercules must go to Nema, where a fierce lion terrorizes the people. No weapon can pierce the skin of the lion. So Hercules wrestled the lion to the ground, then strangled the lion, and used its claws to cut the skin off. He draped the skin over his shoulders, his head like a helmet, and hurried back to the palace of King Eurystheus. He was so scared, he hid in a giant olive jar. He sent his servants to Hercules to tell him of the next task.
The second task Hercules has to perform is chop off 9 heads of the dragon. He slays 9 heads, but 2 more came back in its place. So he decides to chop off the head and burn the neck of the 9-headed dragon. He chops off the last head and burns the neck of it, then the task is done.
This is the third task. Hercules must pursue a deer with golden antlers across a plain and river, and finally he pins its legs together with one of his lethal arrows.
This is the task 4 of Hercules and the 12 Labors. Hercules cannot kill the boar, but he has to capture the boar and take it to a cave.
Hercules' fourth task brought him to the boar that he had to take to Eurystheus.
Hercules' fifth labor was to clean the stable of King Aegeus. The stable had not been cleaned for many, many years. No man could clean the stable in one day, but there was a river on both sides of the stable. So Hercules diverted the rivers into the stable until it was spotless.
On Hercules' sixth labor, it brought him to the marshes of Styphilus to kill the man-eating birds, where he killed many of the birds with his arrows, but some flew off. Hercules was then sent to the island of Crete to capture a bull that was insane. The bull was supposed to be sacrificed, but the king wouldn't do it. Hercules captured the bull and took it to Eurystheus.
For Hercules' eighth labor, he was to kill King Diomedes and his man-eating horses.
For Hercules' ninth task, Hercules had to take a sword belt from the queen of the Amazon. When Hercules came face to face with the queen gladly would give Hercules the belt because the queen was in love with him. But Hera spread a rumor that would cause the Amazons to attack Hercules. Hercules used his poison arrows to win the battle, and with the belt he escaped.
For the 10th labor, it brought Hercules to the island of Erythea. Hercules has to receive a herd of cattle, but there is a catch. He had to kill Orthus and Geron. Orthus is Geron's vicious 2-headed dog. The Geron was a 1-bodied, 3-headed, man-like monster. He killed Orthus with his club, then grabbed his bow with poison arrows and killed Geron.
This task is where Hercules has to fetch some golden apples from the garden of Hera. He in this labor has Atlas the god who holds up the sky, gets some apples. Then Hercules tricks Atlas into taking his heavy burden on the sky back. Then he takes the apples back to Eurystheus.
For Hercules' last labor, he was sent to the underworld to get Cerberus. Hermes and Athena helped him get Cerberus. He carried Cerberus back to Tiryns and showed King Eurystheus, and he died of fright when Cerberus barked and bared his teeth.
The resolution of Hercules in the 12 labors is that if he wanted to turn into a god, his dad had to throw him in a funeral fire to burn off his mortal skin. And for that, he had to turn into a god so he could be like his own dad.